firstly, just give a round of applause to World Blockchain Summit for hosting another great event this year. Well done. So I go by the name of Lonzo. I'm the CEO of Sphinx Labs. I stood in this stage last year and presented a very ambitious idea. But today, Sphinx has created over 11 passive incomes for our investors across 6 different networks. So what is Sphinx Labs, right? Sphinx Labs, we have started something to accelerate mass adoption. And how we're doing that is allowing people to actually come into crypto by stepping away from the long and complex procedure that's currently in the space. So on the left-hand side, it's about 12 steps to just buy one token on one network. Now, if I'm a person trying to get into crypto, knowing that I have to do all of this, chances are I'm going to be putting it to the side till it's, there's a bit of urgency or someone comes and helps me. And even then, I'm still probably going to need help along the way. What we've done is we've stripped everything away and we allow people to enter the DeFi world with 4 easy steps. So once you download our app, which is actually available on the iOS and Android store, you'll be able to buy crypto directly within the app and also be able to withdraw it back into your bank account or your credit card, all within the app. From there, you'll be able to search for any token, whether it's on our network or any other networks, without having to fiddle with slippage, trying to figure out, am I buying, am I selling? It's all automated to a sense where it allows the user to actually have an experience that's simple and easy across multiple networks. So if I was on the Ethereum network, I'd currently have to go use Uniswap, DEX tools, or so on. If I want to go on BSC, I'd have to go on, PooCoin or Pancake and so on. What we've actually built is one simple, easy to use platform that allows you to have the same experience across the different networks. So in the last 12 months, we've been able to actually achieve quite a lot of amazing things, starting with having over 18 million TVL on our platform. Over 15 million we've been able to raise on our launchpad across our different networks. 25,000 downloads, and we only went live about 3 months ago across iOS and Android, with over 5,000 reviews with a 5-star rating. We've secured a 50 million VC investment over the next 2 years, over $500,000 liquidity on our bridge, which is accessible across 8 different networks. 75,000 daily users visiting our web dApp. We've distributed over $2 million in rewards outside of the Sphinx token, which I'll go into more detail soon. Sold out over 5 NFT collections across 5 different networks. So on the left-hand side, this is what we've built in the last 12 months, what we got coming, and the change that we got. I'm going to go in a bit more detail on the stuff that we got coming and the things that we've been building. A bird's eye view of our ecosystem. So as you can see, 5 networks with Ethereum as well included, which is for our bridge. Each network that we go in and support, we basically hit the ground running by having charts, having our farms, having our staking, having our launchpad. And our key catalyst to actually grabbing the attention of our investors now is the actual bridge, which allows us to connect all these emerging blockchains to be accessible for anybody. And again, all of this is available on our app, which is accessible to anybody, anywhere around the world. Now, given that we're completely decentralized, we don't have any KYC or anything for a user to simply just download a wallet and be able to start trading immediately. So this has allowed us to kind of take a huge step to mass adoption, which has allowed us to essentially be able to stand here after 12 months during the bear market, which is actually one of the things that was the key question when I was, presenting Sphinx in the early days, which was, how are you going to survive the bear market? The last 12 months has been, the bear of all bears. Sphinx has only gotten stronger during the bear market due to the fact of what we're actually building, right? So how we generate revenue for our investors is across 6 different streams, essentially. This is just on one network. So you do this across 5, 6 networks, you've got a massive portfolio, right? So you can obviously trade it, make some money from there, staking from the bonds, farming, our NFT staking, and essentially our profit sharing pool. Now, our profit sharing pool is we distribute, obviously, rewards and the revenue that we can create back to our investors on a weekly basis, essentially. That was the start, where now it's done on the go. It's all done automatically through our pools, and the revenue is generated over 11 different avenues. This is what's allowed us to survive during the bear market. Our whole project isn't relying on the token, We come in and we add value to the different blockchains that are coming up through, obviously, again, through the token fee, we make some revenue through the swap fees, through the bonds, launchpad, stop loss, the fiat purchases, hub projects, so projects that come through us where we actually be the developers for them and allow them to just solely focus on growing community and the brand. People doing what they do best, working together collaboratively, especially in this space, have a much stronger chance to really grow and extend. So I'm just going to go into more detail in this one. Now, currently we support 6 blockchains. I'm just going to talk about the 3 that you probably won't be too familiar with. Bryce, first zero gas blockchain with an all-time high of close to 1 billion. That's Loop, new blockchain, been around for less than a month. And Apex. Apex is 100% gasless. And the blockchain is actually controlled by a DAO, which controls the projects that can create contracts on the actual blockchain. And the partnership that we have with Apex is we will be the exclusive DEX for the blockchain, essentially for its life. So any other swap that tries to come in, they won't be essentially able to, because, like I said, it's controlled by the DAO, and Sphinx is the only DEX on that chain. For Loop, we are the only token that's actually live on that blockchain. And for Bryce, we were the first official the first official swap for that blockchain as well. So you guys are starting to see the drift that we are going in and targeting the emerging blockchains and allowing them to actually have massive exposure from our community and our resources. So with that, our Sphinx DeFi app, like I said, available on the iOS and Android store. Us compared to our so-called competitors, I don't like to say competitors, because I feel like, you know, everybody's got their share of the market, and everybody's, doing what that they've promised to do to their investors. But as you guys can see, we've got a lot that we're growing. Like, we're not just a swap, we're not just a launch pad, we're not just a bridge, we're not just an app or a wallet. We are completely everything across all different networks. Some of the stuff that we got coming is our Web3 wallet extension, which will be released by the end of this month. Our projection for the next 12 months is our target is to get close to that 15, 20, where we can generate over close to 10 million in revenue per month. And again, given our revenue model that we have for our investors, we distribute 50% back to our investors through our staking pools. Now, what do we got coming next? Sphinx Labs chain. So something unique, something different, something we've been working on for the last, pretty much since the beginning of our whole project. A hybrid blockchain, POS, using our pack style language with EVM of 150,000 transactions per second. Why? Scalability, but most importantly, security. I'm a massive advocate of security. Got a background in cyber risk, so it holds a close place in my heart. So that's a key focus for us, and moving forward, we want to allow essentially the world to be able to have those options. Just like how Sphinx has those various options, same will be with our blockchain. Whether it's you want to mine or whether you want to stake, the option is there, and the world is yours, really. Where you can buy Sphinx currently across the different networks. Now, if it's Loop or Apex, all accessible through the bridge. Crow, straightforward. Bryce, straightforward. BSC, straightforward. Now, with where we have, am I still allowed to go? Okay, last thing. Now, just want to touch on here. So in here, one of the key things that I wanted to point out is our onboarding projects. Just like I said, we really like to focus on helping projects from a development standpoint and allow them to focus on, growing the community and the brand. And there's been two, or I'm going to call out one. There's been one real unicorn that's actually come through our ecosystem, which I'm sure a lot of you will find a lot of interest in. In the last 90 days, they've distributed close to $1 million back to their investors through their investment pool. Whalemaker Fund came through our hub and has essentially grown even like with us, and even starting to really expand and really go on their own. And that, to me, gives me confidence to know that, we've done our part, and to see them successfully do what they do, other projects are starting to see, and our hub has started to get more and more attention. But again, the responsibility that I have is to make sure that, we vet them, we make sure that they're doing the right thing, and they are who they say that they are. So that process has been obviously quite challenging, but mostly rewarding. So I'll leave you guys with that. And yeah, I think we're good. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.